Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started.
Let's jump into the Bitcoin show.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream today. I timed it absolutely perfectly today. Absolutely perfect timing on that on the second there. Let me make sure the daily close countdown is perfect there. All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. What's going on, everyone? Let me get my let me shake up my Premier Protein here, and let me pop this open real quick. What's going on, everyone, though? As you guys see by the title, we're going to go through the short-term time frame stuff to start out the Bitcoin charts, like we always do, right? We start out the short-term time frame stuff, but I want to talk about some longer-term time frame stuff. Because to be honest, guys, during yesterday's stream, what's going on, Michael? Thanks for the super chat, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We got 4th of July weekend for everyone that's in the United States. Not sure. I don't think anyone else celebrates that, but for all the United States people, 4th of July weekend. So it's a good freaking weekend. I'm excited for 4th of July. But anyways, we're going to start with the short-term time frame stuff, guys. I was a little bit bearish in yesterday's stream, right? I fed the bears their soup, okay? The bears are feeling full. They're feeling warm. They're hibernating really good right now, okay? I shouldn't say they're hibernating. They're all out and about right now. But I think it's time to, feed the bulls a little bit, all right? So let's have a as bullish as we can possibly get in this time frame. Let's try to be as bullish as we can today. We're obviously going to go over some bearish stuff in the short-term time frame too, but I kind of would give it a quick synopsis on what we're going to go over today. All right, hold on. Man. All right, so let's jump onto the charts today. So obviously, the short-term time frames, guys, they're still a little bit bearish, but there's hope. There's hope in the short-term time frames. But I do want to state out that the 1 hour, the 4 hour still look a little bearish, okay? So let's jump on into the hourly chart here. What do we see? Well, we know yesterday we broke down from this head and shoulders pattern, and we actually came back down to this green box of support. But literally all day today, right? It's been the... Be on Earth. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Come on, you got to add the 5 emojis, man. All right, I'm getting carried away in the beginning of the stream already. So as we jump on in here, we know Bitcoin got really a dip all the way back down to our green box, and all day today it's been hovering above this green box. Okay, it's just been bouncing. So freaking boring today. Today was one of the most boring days I've seen in a while of literally just sideways action here. But what could we be seeing today, right? So the first thing I want to know is I do see a possibility of an inverse head and shoulders, right? So I'm going to give you guys the bullish scenario on the hourly time frame first, right? Yes, I'm using pink today because you know what? I'm feeling pink, all right? Shout out to the ladies out there. I'm feeling pink again today. I don't know why. But anyways, we have the left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. Now, if we can break this neckline, which is the bottom of this red box here, we could form a inverse head and shoulders and break it up to the upside. And like I said, we have to break the bottom of this red box. And that would give us a breakout target. It's not a huge inverse head and shoulders, right? It's only a little one, but it would give us possibly a breakout target. Look where it brings us, right? Right to our previous shoulders of our head and shoulders that we couldn't break. So our breakout target of that is right around 35,000, give or take a few dollars there. But that's kind of the breakout target if we break this neckline. Hopefully we can do it on stream today. That would be pretty cool to get a little pumpage. Maybe we can throw on a little helmet action, right? A little helmet action. I think I like that. But that's kind of the bullish scenario on the 1 hour time frame. Now, the bearish scenario, right? The bearish scenario. Well, we come up here, we get rejected, and we come back down and we break this green box, okay? We want to hold this green box. We break this green box, well, then we're kind of making lower highs, right? And lower lows. So we're starting to make a short-term downtrend after we started to kind of make a short-term uptrend, right? Then we're kind of starting to make a short-term downtrend where we're now getting lower lows, right? And we're now getting lower highs, right? So if we can break above this red box and get up to 35,000, I think that's going to be pretty good here for us. But if we break this green box, obviously, I'm probably looking for a move, at least in the short term, probably back down, just looking at basic support and resistance, looking left. We do have some support at this like 32,350 area. We have some support, resistance, support all along here too. So that's probably the level I would look out for next if we do drop there. But obviously, we're going to pay attention to this in the short term today and see what we end up doing. It looks like Bitcoin's trying to reach that green box as we speak right now. We'll see if this ends up playing out for us in the immediate short term. All right, so that's the 1 hour. We got plenty of room to run to the upside here on the RSI. No bullish divergence, no bearish divergence at the moment. So we're kind of just riding in the sun, and I'm doing my best to bring out my crystal ball here and try to predict the future, right? Try to predict the future. That's what we do on this channel. We try to predict the future and we do our best at it. All right, so let's switch on over to the 4 hour chart. I'm still seeing the possibility. Guys, I've been talking about this rising channel here, or a bear flag, whichever way you want to call it here, for the last couple of days, right? So we have 4 touches on the top side, and depending on how you draw this, right, I still think we can maybe go sideways maybe for a little bit till we retest this and then continue up. I still think that's a possibility as well. But you could also draw this, like if you really wanted to get super, super technical, okay? No pun intended here, no freaking pun intended. You could maybe draw a little bit like this, and then bam, you have a perfect touch on the downside, right? Obviously, that's you can draw this any way you really want to draw it. Let's be honest, like it's basically however your eye wants to see it. But we could have a bounce right off the bottom of this, and also another reason why we could come back up and retest this top. But we have to be realistic. Even if we bounce here, we have a lot of resistance up here. So even if we bounce, right, we come up here and test one of these levels, we can always get rejected and come back down. And we know that these rising channels, right, or bear flags tend to end up being bearish patterns, right? If you're coming from the downside and you start consolidating up in a pattern like this, right, it is still a bearish pattern and you have a tendency to break down lower, right? So overall, the 4 hour, I mean, the pattern that we're in is somewhat a bearish pattern, but it can be negated by kind of a couple breaks of resistance. I mean, no one really knows what Bitcoin's going to do, right? I mean, we could get some bullish news tomorrow and it could absolutely destroy some of these resistances. So that's what we're kind of hoping for here. And Bitcoin right now is actually testing the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders right now as we speak. Let's friggin' get it. Let's break that neckline, man. What's up, Morgan Freeman? We got Morgan Freeman in the chat today. Shout out to Morgan Freeman. Guys, if you can spam up that like button, that really helps the stream, gets new people in here, especially during the slow times in crypto. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for that. Definitely appreciate it. Anyways, Bitcoin testing the top of that. But we'll see what happens here, right? 4 hour RSI, not much here, right? We don't have any bearish divergence, no bullish divergence. We're kind of just going on a whim on the 4 hour time frame as well. So we'll see if this ends up to continue to play out. It would be a perfect area to bounce. We have a lot of support in this general green box. It would be a perfect area to bounce in the green box and the bottom of that rising channel, okay? So if this was to bounce here, I see probably the next move on the 4 hour coming up to at least about 36,000. If obviously we can break our 1 hour resistance right here. So we'll watch the 1 hour resistance first and then hop over to the 4 hour, and you guys get the deal. You guys get the deal. Daily time frame looks freaking great. And this is when we start getting into a little bit more bullish stuff, right? We just talked about, the bearish, the bearish rising channel in the 4 hour. This is when we can start looking at, maybe some of the daily stuff, right? The daily, the weekly. And today, guys, like I'm going to talk about a lot of the stuff that, people tend to talk about in the long term, but I want you guys to realize that this is what really matters. You can be zoomed in on the 1 hour time frame, zoomed in on the 4 hour, right? Even zoomed in on the daily, right? Sometimes even the daily is kind of stretching it, right? But what really matters is the longer term time frames in the macro of crypto. And that's what we're going to go over right after this daily chart, okay? Keep that in mind. On the daily time frame, we've been talking about this. How this fractal with this level back here. Now, I know it's not exactly perfect, but bear with me, right? Bear with me. You guys know we talked about this yesterday, right? Where we got above, or this one we came from the downside, this one we came from the upside. So I know it's completely different scenarios with completely different kind of sentiment in the market at the time, but bear with me here, all right? So we came back down to this green box, held it as support for, a long time, right? Same thing we did here. We held this green box as support for a long time. And then what did we do? Well, we broke down below it, confirmed it as resistance, right? Same thing here. Broke down below it, confirmed it as resistance. And then we dropped back down to the green box and actually made a double bottom at the green box down here. Double bottom, okay? And then we pumped back up, came back down, retested the bottom of the green box as support, right? Pumped back up, came back down, tested the bottom as support, and look at the daily we're getting today, guys. Look at that daily time frame candle right there. We're holding that level as support, just like we talked about yesterday. As long as we hold this as support, I can still see the possibility of us bouncing here, just like we did in this one, right? Where we hold that as support on that retest and then continue up, right? So that's what I'm really watching here on the daily time frame. You can see we have actually a very similar candle. When you actually look back here, we had a really like an indecision on the daily, but you ended up holding it on a small green candle. And then after that, you really just went and started going absolutely nuts. So we'll see if that plays out, right? It would kind of play into the whole wick off pattern, right? That everyone loves to talk about right now, that we will touch on shortly in today's stream. But I'm going to get rid of some of these, let me get rid of some of these freaking circles there before I go nuts. Shout out to the electronic keyboard. I know people like the electronic keyboard. It's so satisfying when you just click on that electronic keyboard, man. It really is, when you look at it from that sense. Hold up. Man. All right, switching on to our technical, our indicators here on the daily time frame. Switching over to our technicals. That's what we're looking at the whole time, man. What the heck are you talking about, Jordan? Or Chris? I got to start giving up my alter ego. You guys know my real name's Chris. I got to stop talking about my name Jordan here. But anyways, the daily RSI, it's kind of right in the middle, right? It's not really telling us much either. I don't see any divergences on the RSI. So we could go either way here, right? We can go up or down, as everyone likes to say. So he's saying we can go up or down. Hey, that's the name of the game. We can go up or down. We look at both scenarios, right? Bitcoin, hold up. Where are we breaking that neckline right now? Are we breaking the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders? Hold up. Hold up. We're right at it. I'll go check it in a second, but it looks like we could be retesting that neckline now. The stock RSI is actually topped out, though that doesn't really have to mean anything. We've seen that in the past. So I know I've seen a couple other people talking about, you know, how the daily stock RSI is topped out here and is starting to curl down to the downside. But I will know is we've seen that in the past, right? We actually saw it right here, where we kind of curled down, and then right here where we kind of curled down too, and then we just went on again, right? So we're doing that same kind of thing right here. We also saw it like way back here. Like you can stay on the high side on the stock RSI for an extended period of time. So just because we're topped out on the stock RSI does not mean that we necessarily have to go back to the downside. I like the stock RSI more on the weekly time frames, in the monthly time frames, not so much on the daily, because you can really stay in that overbought or oversold territory for such a long time on the stock RSI. So I'm not paying too much attention to being at the high side of this, though it is something to keep in mind. The MACD it's kind of neutral right now. It looks like we were starting to flip bearish, and now we're kind of flat on the MACD. So not much going on there, guys. Like the indicators here on the daily are very, very what should I call it? Indecisive, kind of like the market, kind of like the price action, right? Extremely indecisive. We're right in the middle of a giant range between 28,000 and 42,000, literally right in the smack dab middle of that freaking range. So makes sense why the indicators are a little indecisive here. So we're not going to spend too much time on the daily, and that's really on the short-term time frames, guys. I mean, like, we're waiting for a breakout of this. We'll see if we get rejected, but that's what we're waiting for there. I guess we can look at some of our moving averages here on the daily time frame. We're still below every single one. Like the main ones I like to look at, and make sure I have them on here. Yeah, the 20 day, the 50 day, and the 200 day are the main ones I like to look at. Currently, we are below every single one of those at the moment, so keep that in mind. We actually did come up a couple days ago and retest that 20-day moving average, but we got rejected. So that is something to keep in mind, but we have some work to do. We have a lot of... This just basically shows us that we have so much resistance to do if we really want to start moving here. We really just got to start breaking some of these key levels. But the good thing is the longer we consolidate at these levels, the lower that these moving averages are going to get. So in essence, it's going to be easier for us to break them because they're going to be dropping as we're kind of moving sideways. The price action, these are going to continue to drop, right? So that is one, I guess, good thing you can look at as far as going sideways, right? I thought Lambos. What are you saying here, man? Wait, Morgan Freeman's in here? Morgan Freeman. Where's... Someone said Morgan Freeman's in here. I don't think it's the real Morgan Freeman, but that would be pretty damn cool if it was the real Morgan Freeman. Anyways, let's jump on over to... just mind checking out, just got a huge 50x leverage trade. Gonna sell half at 0.68. Yeah, I could check it out, Cal J. Give me 2 seconds, man. All right. So let's check off the wick. Sorry if I blew up your eyes, guys. Some of these next few charts are kind of white, so just a heads up. You want to put down your brightness a little bit. Maybe you should do that because some of these are pretty bright here, and it hurts my eyes. It really does. I used to do my streams on white screen. I used to do my videos on white screens, and some people still watched them, man. It's tough. It's tough. But anyways,
Hey Jordan Mine, checking out XRP, just got in a huge leverage trade at 0.6377T and blowing up, gonna sell half 0.8. What do you think, thinking face?
what do I think? Thinking face? That's interesting. That's interesting. You're up 100. You're at $500 on Shiba Max. Nice, dude. I got to give you credit, man. I mean, keep that in mind. Anyways, the wick off. Are we still playing this out? I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I personally am so tired of talking about the damn wick off. All right, but anyways, yeah, I mean, you look here. I mean, I guess it still kind of makes sense. I mean, this is just something I saw on Twitter and kind of had it nicely set up. So, but I mean, you look here. I mean, we got the spring, we got the test. Is this the second back test before we continue up? I mean, it would kind of make sense. It would kind of match up with some of the other stuff we've been looking at, right? I think we had sort of the fractal I was looking at. That would kind of make sense with the fractal that I've had here, where we kind of double bottomed and now we maybe go sideways / up, right? Kind of like this, right? Not turn our old support and new resistance, right? Slowly go up here. That kind of would match up with that, right? It would kind of match up with maybe us bouncing off the bottom of this channel, right? That's it would kind of make sense right now. So keep that in mind. That it is still kind of playing out, but we look at this every day, so it's one of those things that we're just going to have to wait to see how it plays out. And I know people are going to say it's the redistribution, it's the redistribution. I mean, I guess it's kind of like me saying it's the accumulation, right? So keep that in mind. All right, second thing I want to look at, the stock to flow ratio. And I know people don't love this indicator as well. I like it, right? I just don't think it's something cool to look at. And Plan B, well, the guy who made this, right, at 100 trillion USD, it's probably a better thing to say on YouTube here. He had an update today, and I did want to read it to you guys, right? So he was basically saying his on-chain, or the stock to flow, it tells me that this bull market is not over and 64K was not the top, right? Let's be honest, right? He's a little biased towards his model, which I totally understand, right? This is kind of his life work is the stock to flow. So keep that in mind, just to appease all the bears out there. I'm obviously a little bit skeptic on the stock to flow model myself, but I do like to look at it, and I think it is something cool to look at. But keep in mind, right? He said that is in line with the stock to flow model. And his floor indicator, which is something else he uses that I didn't see anywhere, says we will not go below 47K in August. So, I mean, this model's been pretty right so far. I mean, yes, we've fallen off the wagon here a little bit, off the stock to flow, right? But if we looked at the past, I mean, we've fallen below the wagon multiple times in the past. It looks very similar to 2013 here for me, where we're kind of halfway through. And we came down here, and then we kind of continued up later in the year. In 2017, we fell below it for a significant amount of period of time, too. So I don't think we're kind of off the wagon yet. And based off now this is a bold statement by him. He's saying that his floor indicator says that we will not close August below 47K. So that's definitely bold by Mr. at 100 trillion USD here. So we'll see if this continues to play out, but we haven't looked at this in a while on my stream, and I did want to touch on this, that this is basically saying that we are nowhere near the top, and this hasn't been wrong yet. So like all models, right, models are meant to be broken, but until they're broken, it's just a piece of data that we can use to maybe guess. Keyword guess, not predict. I don't like the word predict. Keyword guess what the future may hold for BTC, right? So just keep this in mind. It is something I like to look at from time to time. All right. And kind of the third thing I want to look at today is this, right? And I always have to put Ben here, right? You guys know I always make a joke. I have to put Ben here, and I have to put, the little C here for copyright, because no one's allowed to talk about this besides Ben. All right. I've made, people have made that clear. But it is something that I do love. You guys know I watch Ben all the time, but it's something I do want to touch on myself. Shout out to Ben. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, go check out his channel. Awesome dude. Really smart dude. Knows what he's talking about. So I take a lot of my stuff from him. So keep this in mind, guys. Like, The if you were the main thing I want to touch on this is we've talked about this in the past, but we were so far overextended 2017, and this is going to kind of correlate into the next chart I'm going to look at is we had a big dip, right? We had a big dip, but if you look at the RSI on the weekly, we're going to take a look at that on the weekly next. It's continuing to drop, and even if we drop lower, I don't think we're going to be even dropping lower. And even if we do, I still think the end point that we're going to end up maybe towards the middle of next year is still going to be the same. And it doesn't matter what the journey is to that. It's about the end point, right? So something that I did want to touch on here is even if Bitcoin does something like this, let's say Bitcoin drops to 20K. Let's just do a scenario for the bears. I still see Bitcoin quickly recovering from there and still going on that run to whatever we think that the hypothetical top is for Bitcoin going forward, right? So even if this scenario plays out, I don't think it even matters, guys. It's all about the long term. And that's why I made the title of this video, Bulls. We know what the long term view is for Bitcoin, right? We know what the long-term view is for Bitcoin. So why are we panicking? Even if Bitcoin dips, hypothetically, we've seen a dip in every single bull market going back to 2011 at the midpoint. Just look, 2011, right? 2013, 2017, we had a big dip, right? We've seen a big dip in the middle of every bull market. I don't understand the panic, okay? And I guess I understand the panic, but I don't understand the full-blown panic, right? And there's multiple ways that we could reach this top. We could go sideways here, right? And kind of just slowly creep up. Where we can have a big drop down, right? And then kind of get more parabolic towards the end of next year. Heck, we could just go up straight from here, right? And maybe do something like this where we have a second big drop. And then we go up again, right? It doesn't matter. My point of this is it's all a part of the journey. I think we all, even the bears, can kind of agree that where Bitcoin is going in the long term, right? Bears, let's be honest here. Even the bears in here know where Bitcoin is going in the long term, right? I think we've talked about it on the channel before. We did a poll before, okay? We did a freaking poll. Most bears are just bulls in bears costumes, right? They took the bear costume out of their closet from the bear market, right? And they zipped it back up. They put it in their closet for the bull market, right? The whole bear market, 2018, 2019, they were like, all right, let's put on the costume. Zzzt. All right. Bitcoin sucks, right? And then we started going up and they all FOMO'd in at 30, 40, 50K, right? And then Bitcoin started going back down. They're like, I still have that bear costume in the closet. Let me go get it. And they zipped it back up, zzzt, right? And now they're waiting for that price to go up again so they can FOMO in again. It's a constant cycle. But we can all agree that most bears are still bulls, right? And bulls, we can be slightly bearish. Even myself right now. The charts do not look good, right? The charts, even the daily chart looks a little skeptical. We talked about it in the beginning of the stream. 1 hour looks terrible. 4 hour looks pretty bad, right? Daily looks pretty skeptical, okay? Weekly looks pretty skeptical with a big possible head and shoulders pattern. It all doesn't matter in the end, right? We've seen this in the past for Bitcoin in every single bull market. We've even seen it in the bear market. Even if we have some extended bear market, I just wanted to make it clear, we know where Bitcoin's going in the future. We've seen countries adopt Bitcoin. We've seen institutions adopt Bitcoin. All we're seeing is bullish news besides the stupid, I'm not going to say the word, but all the stupid FUD over in the other side of the world, right? That's all we've seen. So I did want to kind of go into a little bit of a rant today and for the longer term time frame stuff. So just going to state that we know where Bitcoin's going in the future. And even myself, sometimes I get, the shorter term time frame charts can kind of get you a little bit bearish. And to be honest, you guys know during yesterday's stream, I probably seemed a little bit bearish, right? I probably seemed a little bit less enthusiastic of looking at some of the short-term time frame stuff, right? So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? So I did want to state that today, and thank you for going through my rant here. All right. Chats look bad. Yeah. Fake bulls are funny. Cow cattle. Anyways, that's my rant today, guys. At least this chart with the Ben copyright. Okay, this is copyrighted for Ben because no one. It's so funny when you start looking at these charts. Everyone comes at you and is like, "You took this chart from Ben." So now, whenever I look at these charts, I make sure I put Ben copyright. Any other charts go, but you look at long-term charts, you have to put Ben copyright unless or you're copying. You know what I mean? So that's why I do that. But shout out to Ben. Go check out his channel. He does awesome stuff, and he's realistic about the stuff. So all in all, TLDR, charts look slightly bearish short term, right? I guess you could say pretty bearish short term, but long term, we know where this is going. Another indicator I wanted to look at here is the Google Trends. Okay, turn your brightness down again. I completely forgot this was white, guys. I apologize. Look at my shirt. It's even whiter than my damn shirt here. And this is a fresh new white tee, okay? But how to buy Bitcoin. The search trends on this have dropped off a freaking cliff. And you can call this maybe bullish. I know people will probably say this is bearish. There's no retail interest. This and that, this and that, this and that. But keep in mind that when the retail interest is gone, this historically has been the best times to buy BTC is when everyone doesn't care about Bitcoin, when no new people want to learn how to buy cryptocurrency. This is usually when you start wanting to get in, okay? Now, we could drop a little bit lower on this. We're actually at about a 7 or an 8 comparative to the 100 that we were at in December of 2017, right? But, we're getting pretty low on this. So retail interest is dying. I think this is a great indicator to look at. I think not a lot of people actually look at this. This literally tells you how many people are searching how to buy Bitcoin. So keep this in mind, guys. We're dropping pretty heavy on this. This is the past 5 years. If we even go to the past 90 days, you can see how this is just dropping off a cliff, right? If you want to go to the past 12 months, you can see if we peaked out here in January, and then ever since then, we kind of just been dropping off a cliff here. So guys, we're dropping to those levels that we saw in really the middle of last year. And that's when we really started getting parabolic. So not going to say we're going to continue up from here. We could still go down. We could still go sideways. But historically speaking, when the new investors don't care about Bitcoin, when the old investors that did care about Bitcoin go away, that's historically been the best time to buy BTC. Okay? So that's my point on this as well.
Are we breaking out of a diamond pattern for a reversal?
Man, the Bears are out in full force today in the chat. Holy crap, man. The Bears are out in full freaking force. This is awesome today. I love it, man. We're all, like I said, we're all friends here. We're all Bulls, Bears. We are all friends. Even the, what do you call a person that's not a bull and the bear? Chat. What do you call a person that's not a bull or a bear? Do you call them maybe a cow? Do you call them what do you call them, right? Let me know in the chat what you call them. Maybe you call them a Chris. Maybe we call them a Chris. How about that? Man. Anyways, I don't. That kind of leads me into my next point for BTC. I know we have long-term charts at the bottom of the list here today, but I did want to touch them on in the beginning because that's kind of the point of today's freaking video. All right, a crab. We are humans. A person. Man, you guys. Wow, the sense of humor is at an all-time low today, guys. You're at an all-time low. Someone said a person. Someone says a freaking a realist. A maverick, a beginner. Some of these are pretty good. A lobster. Okay. I like it. Hippo. I like a hippo. That's pretty good too. Anyways, let's see what we got going on here. So I did want to touch on the critical level that we're at for the weekly RSI for Bitcoin. So we've talked about verbatim. I don't know if I'm using that word the correct way. Sometimes I try to sound smart. or not, I don't try to sound smart. It just kind of rolls off the tongue, and I don't always think, I don't do it on purpose, but I kind of just say big words, and sometimes they don't make sense. So I don't know if I use that in the correct word. We've looked at the weekly RSI verbatim. I'm just going to say it verbatim for BTC here on the weekly time frame. Okay, so we've talked about how we're getting pretty low on there, and historically, when we get oversold on the weekly, that we don't stay there for long. That always has been the exact bottom for BTC. January 2015, right here, exact bottom. December 2018, exact bottom. And then obviously March of 2020, we didn't even reach there. We bounced. So we're getting to those levels. Like, we're getting pretty freaking close, guys. So even if we go lower, I don't expect us to go that much lower, right? I think 20K is the level that I'm really looking for more so the worst case scenario. In my opinion, we know 14K is a possibility if we have a black swan event. But anyways, I'm getting off track about what my basic point was. So if we look down here, every time we reach this level that we're currently at for the RSI, it tends to be a very, very big kind of swing level for Bitcoin on more of the macro time frames. We look right here. We're going to start. Let's start here. Let's start back here where we are right now. So right now we're at this level, and you can see it's historically always been at, when we're actually testing, historically, when we're actually testing our 50-week moving average at the exact same time. It tends to be kind of a coincidence some of the times, but some of the times not a coincidence. You see right here, we're testing the 50-week moving average. Now you can see we're at a critical level as well, right? So we're testing that level. I'm gonna start back right here during 2019. So let's check out the 2019 one, and you can see why this is such a critical level, right? So we're at the same level, and that was kind of our swing level where we had to decide here if we wanted to take a big dump or we wanted to continue up. Now we did eventually continue up, but then we actually had the March crash last year, which we know if all that crap didn't happen in the world last year, we probably wouldn't have saw this big dump here, right? We probably would have just kind of continued the bull market, something like this, right? We probably wouldn't have had this right here. So you can kind of say that this was kind of the swing level that kind of boosted us into the bull market. Obviously, we had the big crash, but that wouldn't have happened. That was a complete black swan event. So we hit the 50-week moving average, and that was our swing to kind of start the bull market in essence, right? So we look in 2017, right here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. We have that same level right here. We're at the RSI, right? Same level at about a 44 in the RSI. Was the exact same time we tested the 50-week moving average, and this was the swing level. Were we going to continue the bull market, or were we going to start a bear market? Well, you can see here, we hit that level, and we got a slight bounce, and then we came back down, right? So that was kind of the swing level, and you guys can see we actually held that level for a long time here. And then after, you see, once we broke that level, that's when we had that big drop from about 6,000 all the way down to about 3,000. Okay, so keep that in mind. We had about 50% drop, so that was why that was such a swing level there for BTC. Now, if we look back in the past, so we're just looking at this from a realist view, guys, just to start. All right, we look in the past here, same level here, 44 in the RSI held as support. Exactly when we hit the 50-week moving average, okay? This actually was our swing level. We actually bounced off of it, but you can see what happened. We came back down, and then we broke it to the downside, and that's when we started the true dump in the bear market, right? So will it be, and where I'm kind of going with this is, will this be something like we saw in last year, right? Where it was a swing level that started a bull market, or will it be like 2013 where you can see we actually had our first wave up to the upside. We topped off in 2013, came back down, bounced right off that level in 2013 right here, right? And then went on a second wave back up to the upside. Will it be like 2013 or 2020 where it was a continuation to the upside, or will it be like 2014 or 2017 which started the bear market, right? This is a critical level based off history for the RSI. So if we break this, I think it could be, start of a little bit more dumpage, right? Based off history. But if we hold this, I think it could be the start of another run to the upside. So I know it was a little bit confusing, right? But I tried my best to kind of explain why this was such a big swing level. You can just zoom out on the RSI and see that it was such big support every single time for BTC when it dumped every single time, right? So it's critical. It's critical. We'll see if we hold that, guys. And the 50-week moving average is obviously the level that's kind of tell us what we're doing here. I think that's such an important weekly time frame level. Crazy B is Jordan is looking very sexy today. Crazy B, thank you. For telling me that I look sexy. I look sexy today. Elvis Presley said, yeah, whoever is watching this is lucky as F. Thank you, Elvis, man. I appreciate it, dude. Let me shout out to Premier Protein again. It's my new sponsor. Speedway unfortunately dropped me because unfortunately Speedway became a bear, and I tried to explain to him that we're all friends in my stream, but they just didn't want to hear it, right? So we got into a big argument in the office. Their sponsorship manager decided to drop me. So now, unfortunately, I have to downgrade to Premier Protein as my sponsor. So that's what we're kind of looking at here as I chug this. I kind of spilled some on here, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll clean that up in a little bit. Anyways, I think that's all I had. Yeah, besides the fractal, we talked about this a little bit earlier, though. We'll see if this continues to play out. Let's see what Bitcoin did. It looks like we got rejected, at least right now. Right, obviously we have, where's our daily close? 21 minutes and 40 seconds. You guys can see it. It's right on the top right. Right in the top right corner, you guys can see the daily close in. New addition to the stream up there. I thought it was a pretty decent addition. Someone else gave me that idea. That wasn't my idea. I forgot who actually gave me that idea. It was someone in the chat. But pretty good addition to the stream. Shout out to whoever that was. But yeah, we got 20 minutes and 20 seconds. I do have something that should go off when that hits 0. So if you guys can let me know if you guys hear it when that goes off at 0, so we can kind of test it, see if it goes off. If not, if you guys don't hear it, let me know. But I want to make sure that works. Unfortunately, it works when I'm not live, but yesterday it didn't work. So kind of, like I said, we're beta testing some of this stuff, and I have more stuff to come shortly to the stream. Man, YouTube is killing me right now, dude. Where are we at? 12. Man. So I know YouTube's killing me right now. You know how I know YouTube's killing me? Because 90... Man, I was looking at some of my analytics on the stream yesterday. I think YouTube is doing a little fishy stuff with crypto accounts. I do think they are. But 90% of my viewers yesterday were subscribers and 10% were non. And usually it's about 50-50. So I'm not gonna say anything, right? I'm gonna keep it to myself, even though I am saying anything now. All right, let's go on into the Ethereum charts. All right.
This is my wife, Ethereum.
That gets me every time, man. That gets me every damn time I switch. Anyways, this is the wrong Ethereum chart. Let's look at some of the Ethereum indicators and kind of see what maybe we can be doing for Ethereum. So Ethereum's at about 2150 right now. Jordan's my hopium. It's a Friday night and a holiday weekend. That too, Algo. That too. That might have something to do with it, but we'll see. Anyways. Bitcoin difficult adjustment in 8 hours and 45 minutes. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Anyways, Ethereum. What are we doing right now? Well, we talked about yesterday. We did have that bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame where we had higher highs in price action. We had lower highs on the RSI here. And that's actually ended up dipping us to the downside. So perfect kind of setup there if you were looking to enter some type of short position. I don't recommend shorting my wife, but if you guys want to short my wife, I'm perfectly okay with you guys making money off my wife, okay? But anyways, you look here. We are bouncing nicely off that, I think, a 20-day moving average. Let me make sure. 50-day. So I always have the color coded mixed up here, but We bounced nicely off the 50-day moving average, which is nice. And we're trying right now to get back above that 20-day moving average. We're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place again. If we break this 20-day moving average, I think it's likely, just looking up, that we get a nice move up to 2271. But we know that's going to have a lot to do with Bitcoin right at the moment. So we'll see what happens there. If we look at the 4-hour stock RSI, it's starting to point up to the upside, and we have plenty of room to run also on the RSI to the upside. So right now, I mean, Ethereum looks pretty good. Looks like a nice bullish back test. Previous support, previous resistance flipped into new support, right? You guys know that's the key there. Shout out to my old videos. But that's really Ethereum on the 4-hour. We switch to the daily time frame. Let me actually get rid of this and this and this. Get rid of some of these things here so we can see it a little better, shall we? Daily time frame on Ethereum, same thing as Bitcoin, right? Our stock RSI is topped out there, looking to switch down to the downside. But like I said, this can remain on the top side for an extended period of time. We saw it right here, extended period of time, right? Yeah, we saw it over here, extended period of time. We don't necessarily have to go down because of that, but it is something to take note of. Not seeing any, actually, you do have a little bearish divergence here on the daily, which I guess, I mean, you look at this last little top, you do have higher highs and you do have lower highs on the price action. So I guess you do have a little bearish divergence on Ethereum. Now, if you can break back above this previous high, that'll invalidate that, but that's definitely nothing to scoff at as far as some daily bearish divergence, right? It's pretty some hefty stuff there. But like I said, you break 2271, Ethereum should look pretty damn freaking good. You're getting some resistance on your 20 day moving average right now. All right, 20-day moving average giving you some resistance as well, this green line here. So we'll see what's going on here, but Ethereum doesn't look too bad overall. If we break 2,000 for whatever reason, like I said, probably look for a move back down to 1,700 as the next support for ETH. But that's really it on Ethereum. Actually, no, let's look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair. We are bouncing nicely off our previous highs, right? We know we have this trend line coming up here. Obviously, bullish support and resistance flip for anyone that's new. For anyone that's not new, we've talked about this. I'm going to use the word again, verbatim, right? We've talked about this multiple times in the past. We back tested this, getting a nice bounce up to this red box, and we'll see what's coming up next.
Doing a great job with your stream.
Wow.
All the time and have been DCA. Keep up the good work.
KM. Doing a great job of the stream. I watch all the time and have been DCA. Keep up the good work. Thank you, KM. Appreciate it, man. Or woman. I don't know if it's man or woman, I should say. So I appreciate it, my kind friend, I should say. So that's super generous. Definitely, that's awesome. That's awesome. Appreciate it. More to come on the stream, guys. More to come on the stream. I'll be adding stuff routinely over time. Like I said, I want to make this the best experience as possible. My goal is to have the best stream, the best crypto stream. Even though I might not be the best crypto streamer, I want to have the best crypto stream on the YouTubes, okay? Might not be the biggest, but I want the best, right? Because I want the best experience for me and you guys. So I will be adding more stuff. I'm going to be working on a bunch of stuff tomorrow. Hopefully I can finish up what I had working on. And it's exciting stuff coming to the stream. Exciting stuff. I'm excited for it, man. It's it's awesome. Oh man, I gotta stretch out my neck real quick. Oh man, I need a woman to. That's the one thing I do need a woman for. All right, I need someone to give me daily massages of the traps and shoulders. But unfortunately, I have to do it myself right now. So, anyways, most of the time I do it by myself. But what was I gonna look at here? All right, let's switch to Cardano, guys. Let's switch to Cardano. Fortunately, I don't have anything cool to say about Cardano. It's pretty much the same thing here. On the 4-hour time frame, quality or quantity, bro? Quality, but I think consistency is important too. Man. It's good, some good stuff, man. Crypto's all right. What's up, George? The reason why YouTube doesn't like you is because you don't have a cool catchphrase. I don't. There's no better catchphrase than we are, George. I do have an alter ego, Chris. I probably could make some cool catchphrase, but unfortunately, I don't have one at the moment. You know, it really does suck. It really does suck. But shout out to George, man. Hope you're doing good, man. As always. But anyways, let's get back into Cardano. All right, we got a stream to talk about here. All right, nothing really new going on for Cardano. We know these altcoins at the end of the day are going to follow BTC at the end of the day. So if we want to look at this from a sort of, you know, non-looking at BTC way.
Crypto stream worst Latin skills though.
That's friggin' crazy, man. Worst Latin skills though? It's not worse than my verbatim. I don't think I use that word. Guys, do I use the word verbatim right? Yeah, my crypto phrase is anyways, we are getting resistance at the same point again. We're actually getting resistance at that same level right now for Cardano on the 4 hour. We do have some sort of ascending triangle playing out where we are getting higher lows. But as we know, it's the 4 hour time frame. Ethereum sometimes kind of have a mind of its own. I guess Cardano does as well. If this was the break to the upside, I can give you a target. Obviously, it's going to correlate with Bitcoin pumping too, but our target is about 161, which does make some sense from a resistance level, right? You look left, June 15th is our kind of our top there. So you do have a catchphrase. What's my catchphrase, guys? What's my catchphrase? Anyways, that's the 4 hour, guys. Not much else besides there. Look for a move to 161 if we break. If we dip to the downside, Cardano, I just don't see Cardano dipping down to $1, man. I mean, we see every time Cardano dips here, we get bought up like a hotcake at the carnival, or I should say, like freaking some what's it called? What's that stuff called, man? Oh, it's been a long day at McDonald's, man. I was flipping burgers like freaking crazy today, so I can't even think. Sweating all day over the grill. My left shoulder actually is feeling a little bit better because I was doing a lot of external rotations flipping the burgers today. The cotton candy. It's like eating some cotton. It's like popping some cotton candy at the fair, right? Every time cotton candy's done at the freaking machine, it gets bought up like crazy. So $1 is really that level that Cardano probably doesn't break in the long, and unless Bitcoin gets some crazy move down to the downside. But yeah, I mean that's really the 4 hour. Stock RSI still have room to the run to the upside. Same thing with the RSI. No bearish divergence, no bullish divergence. We're in no man's land right now. Daily time frame, same kind of thing. I mean the ascending triangle actually looks beautiful on the daily chart here. Looks absolutely beautiful. We'll see if it actually ends up. You're looking like you're testing to have a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. So I can't really tell there. I think we are having bullish engulfing on the daily. It's really, really close. But as we know, we're still above our 200-day moving average. So we're looking pretty good. Catchphrase. Flip the chart. Flipping the burgers all day. Got the external rotations going. My shoulder's doing pretty well. The McDubs really helps because I got the fries where I'm kind of doing some front delts with the fries, putting them in the fryer. So I got some front delts, and then I got the burgers. So I'm hitting those rear delts, right? Doing some face pulls with the friggin' burgers. So we're all good, man. We're all good. Anyways, that's kind of Cardano. We're getting some resistance on our 20-day moving average, but we're waiting for a break of this resistance here at 138. So that's really Cardano at the moment, man. It's really Cardano. Your catchphrase. Your catch freaking phrase, man. Flipping burgers. George, you still in here, man? George, if you're still in here, let me know if you're seeing those same things in your analytics, man. Let me know. But yeah. Anyways. What was I? All right. So we got macro stuff. Let's switch on to the macro. Right? There's not really much to talk about. I saw someone super chatted. The total 2 market cap, excluding altcoins, was a blow off top. I've seen all the, trust me guys, I've seen all the crypto Kirby videos talking about how the total 2 market cap having a blow off top and the Bitcoin not having a blow off top is a correlation because there's more stable coins in this bull market and there wasn't stable coins in the previous bull market. So that correlates with the total 2 market cap saying that we've topped out. We'll go over that in a second, but I don't buy that just yet. As we know, Bitcoin leads the market, guys. I mean, yeah, we can look at the altcoins, but we'll look at that in a second. Let's switch on over to the macro. Let's switch on over to the macro here. All right, so we know on the total 2 market cap, this is what Crypto Kirby's been talking about. And I actually think Crypto Kirby's videos are awesome. By the way, I actually like Crypto Kirby's, even though he's really bearish right now. And you know, the little bull of me kind of the long-term bull of me gets a little you guys know I'm a little short-term skeptical too at the moment, so I completely understand his take, but I don't know if I buy this, right? I get the sentiment, but if you look at the same thing that he's kind of talking about, right? I mean, you did have a blow off top on the altcoins, right? And you had a big dip, right? So it does look very similar to 2017 in the same sense. So I get his sentiment on that, where it does look very similar as far as a blow off top for the altcoins. But you can't just look at the altcoins, right? You can't just look at the altcoins. If you include Bitcoin, it's not that same structure. I mean, it is in a way. It is in a way. But if you look at this from a general setup, right? Just look at this from a general setup. You had a big run to the upside. Like if you want to be bearish, you have to look at some of the bullish stuff too. You had a big run to the upside. You came back down. You actually bounced perfectly off your 200-day moving average. So I think as long as you hold this 200-day moving average, right, I think you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So bullish engulfing on the 1 minute. Shafe, you always, we'll go look at Bitcoin in a second, but Bitcoin looks like it's about to break that neckline right now, guys. We might have to put the helmet on. If we break this red box, I'll put the helmet on just for you guys, okay? Just for you, my fellow peeps over here. Put the 1 hour up. It's right here. There we go. 1 hour. We got the 1 hour. Yeah, it does make sense, James. I understand his point of view. I totally get his point of view. I'm just looking at it, you know, from I like to look at stuff from the opposite point of view. I like to be the devil's advocate, right? It's good to have someone like be a devil's advocate.
4th of July grill off against Burger King this weekend. I know they're right across the street from you or McDonald's. Jordan's crypto adventure astronaut devil out Jordan's moon rocket or charts with J-Man.
Jordan's crypto adventure astronaut devil hour, Jordan's moon rocket, or charts with J-Man. Welcome to Jordan's crypto adventure. Yeah, I might have to start switching some stuff. Not switching up some stuff, but like switching up, maybe get some type of catchphrase. I don't know. Maybe George is right. I need some catchphrase, man. I need some catchphrase. Are you a moon boy? A little bit.
How about flipping crypto man?
No, I'm not really a moon boy. I'm a moon boy in the long term, but I'm very realistic in the short term. I think most people that watch the stream can attest that I'm pretty realistic in the short term. Short term charts look bearish. Long term charts, I don't think look as bearish as people are making them out to be. All right, so we bounced perfectly off the 200-day moving average for the altcoins. All right, so everyone always used to see. This is what I like to say is. Everyone always used to like to use, as long as Bitcoin's above the 200-day moving average, we're bullish, right? And I heard all the bears say the same thing when they were bullish, right? As long as we're above the 200-day moving average, we're still bullish. We're still bullish. We're still bullish. Why doesn't that same sentiment happen for the altcoins? Now, I'm just being a devil's advocate, right? I'm just being a devil's advocate here. I do think that the altcoin chart looks bearish. I like to be a devil's advocate, though. So we did come back off, bounce off that 200-day moving average. We also had a nice W pattern that did break out to the upside. And this looks like a back test, just a back test of the top. If we actually get rid of that, just looks like a back test of the top of that W pattern before continuing on up. So if we used to use, everyone used to use it, right? Every bear that's out there used to use the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. As long as we're above it, we're bullish. Why can't you, if you're going to say that the altcoin market cap is the reason why that we had, that the bull market's over, why can't you say that as long as we're above the 200-day moving average, we're still bullish, right? So like I said, being a devil's advocate here, as long as we stay above this, we're good. Now, you can also look at this from a bearish sense. I understand the bearish sense of this, right? I'm not all bull, right? I'm not all bull. Our previous resistance flipped into new support, right? And now has flipped into new resistance again, right? So I understand the bearish sentiment and what we're looking at here. If we can't get back above this green box and we retest the 200-day moving average again, I think there's a pretty high likelihood that it breaks, but we can't say for sure if it breaks or not, right? If it does break, though, we get rejected, then I think that's going to look pretty bad for BTC, right? But yeah, I mean, that's really what I'm going to touch on for the total 2 market cap. I mean, I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I understand their bearish sentiment from it, and it does look bearish, but in a sense, we have to remember what we used to use for Bitcoin as far as indicators. And we can't just all of a sudden flip-flop. All of a sudden, everyone used the 200-day for Bitcoin, doesn't use it for the altcoins, right? I mean, you got to remember that. So just keep that in mind, guys. If we do break this, though, I think that's pretty bearish.
What do you think about Link? And where are you from?
It's slowly turning up. Yeah, I mean, you could also say it's a W pattern retest. If you break up, you're good. All right, yeah, Bitcoin's still right at that resistance right now, guys. Bitcoin's not really turned. We'll continue to check Bitcoin as kind of we go along here. Total market cap. Let's look at the total market cap. We have 58 seconds to the daily close. I don't know why the zeros went away, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll fix that. This is why this is a beta test of the new overlay. Okay, it's a beta test. Now we got to see if you guys can hear the thing that goes off at the new daily time frame, okay, or when the new daily chart opens. So when that daily close hits 0, guys, let me know if you can hear the alert that goes off. Now you might hear it very, very slightly, but I want to know if you can actually hear it as loud as some of the other stuff that goes off. Okay. But total market cap, we're still just in this channel, and in the total market cap, I do have to say, looks bearish. Okay. And the reason why for the total market cap is just like we talked about with the altcoin market cap. This one's including Bitcoin. We were above our 200-day moving average, right? We broke below it, came back up, and now we flipped it as resistance. Now, if we can somehow get back over that. Jazz said, has anyone sent Jordan half a Bitcoin so we can see each other? Yeah, where's my half a Bitcoin? Guys, I need a we're not going over that. Anyways, we flipped. I mean, this does look bearish on the total market cap, guys. We just had our daily close, guys. We had our daily close. Jordan, would you say every time you take a sip of your protein drink that you're getting a beef injection? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I do have to drink more protein. My freaking, I've been going to a freaking, what's it called? Chiropractor or something like that to help with my shoulder and my upper back. He told me I was already eating a lot of protein, but he told me I had to eat more freaking protein to repair whatever was over there. But, you know, I don't feel beefy. I do feel beefy if I have to eat some beef jerky, though. I really do. Some beef jerky. You guys like beef jerky? I didn't hear any noise. No noise? I couldn't hear it? Damn. I gotta fix the daily... That freaking daily close thing, man. The second day in a row. It works off the stream. It doesn't work on the stream. I gotta fix it, guys. I gotta fix it. You know what I mean? I gotta fix it. George, I didn't know you were still in here, my guy. I did, but, nah, man. All the beef. Loves beef jerky. I do. I do eat a lot of protein. Out of anything, though, I probably drink more water than anything. All right, Bitcoin getting a pump here. Bitcoin getting a pump here. I gotta play it just because I've been itching to press this damn button all stream.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
I could be jumping the gun here a little bit, but we know I usually jump the gun. I jump the gun with a lot of things in life, not just pressing that button. Let's go. Something's up over here. All right, that's fixed. There we go. Glad I can catch every single stream. Thank you, J-Man. I'm glad you can be here for every single stream, my guy. As always. Slower stream today. Like I said. George is waiting for his turn to stream. Yes. All right. So, let's did we finish all my macro stuff? I think we did. Basically what I was saying on this, guys, is this looks bearish, right? I mean, we flipped the 200-day moving average as old support into new resistance, but at the end of the day, if Bitcoin starts pumping, we're going to pump right over that old moving average. So we'll see what happens. Now the volume is getting crazy low on this. Like, you just look at the volume, it's crazy. It's crazy low. Absolutely crazy. But that's really it on that, man. Here we go. That's really my catchphrase, guys. Is I probably say more than a freaking as I say it. I literally just said as I was explaining how much I said I probably say more than what's a good dad joke? Man, the dad jokes are not coming to me today. It's the freaking long shift. Flipping burgers. We flipping burgers all day. Anyways, crypto fear and greed index. And then we will flip on over to Bitcoin daily chart. We're at a 24, so we're up about 3. What the heck is going on here? We're up about 3 points on the day, so not much to really look at there. Bitcoin dominance. We're not really doing much there either, right? We're kind of just going sideways the last couple of days. But if Bitcoin continues to rise, right, as what we've seen, and we see the kind of correlation, right? When Bitcoin dumps, we see this rise. When Bitcoin goes up, we kind of see the altcoins go back up. Bitcoin dumps, Bitcoin rises. There's a correlation to when Bitcoin rises, that the Bitcoin dominance goes down because the altcoins pump harder. And when Bitcoin dumps, right, the Bitcoin dominance goes down because the alts dump harder, right? So it's a kind of a correlation we'll continue to look at here as we kind of go along. I think that's really all. Bitcoin shorts kind of going flat today. So the shorters are maybe coming back into the market. But we'll see. We'll see. 2 peanuts. We're walking down the street. do. Decide with George when you'd like to go on a stream. Man, I'm always down whenever. My Twitter DMs are open. Not just for George, right? Not just for George.
You say more than a dentist patient.
You guys, I'm trying to wink here. I'm not very good at winking, but yeah. Anyways, that's the Bitcoin shorts. We're continuing down here. DXY.
For Christ's sake, guys, there's 1254 people watching and only 479 likes. Up and hit the like button. Cheers the Superstar Army, slightly smiling face.
Thanks for the shout out, Jerry. That's awesome, man. We'll go back to Bitcoin in a second. Bitcoin looks like it just got rejected. So not really much to talk about with Bitcoin. I mean, we will in a second. We got to take a look at the new daily, all our fun stuff for BTC, right? DXY, the US dollar index, all right? We got rejected off this trend line, right? Look at that. Boom. Perfect. That's perfect for BTC. It's perfect for crypto. It's perfect for stocks. We want to see this continue down, even though stocks don't really care, right? The S&P 500 is going absolutely nuts. But yeah, I mean, perfect, right? Perfect rejection off that trend line. If this does continue down, that's extremely bullish for crypto. We'll see if it does. But if history does repeat, every time we hit this trend line, we do get a significant bounce to the downside here. So like I said, we'll see. We'll see if this means anything. But if we do come back up and break this, no good. No good. Wait, what? Crypto Damus said, Jordan, I love your show, but you're a lame. That's why people like my show, right? Because I'm a freaking lame. I'm not afraid to be myself, right? I am a lame in real life, man. I say dad jokes, right? People don't really understand my sarcasm. But when you start understanding my sarcasm, when you start understanding me, I guess that's kind of the whole beauty of it, right? In life, always be yourself. Don't change yourself just because people want you to be some type of way. If you're weird, be weird. If you're cool, be cool. I think I'm pretty weird cool, right? I'm cool, but I'm weird. I'm also, I mean, we'll stop that there. We'll stop that there. S&P 500, right? This is obviously bullish for BTC if this continues up. But this look, dude, this is insane. Like, this looks like a crypto chart, guys. I know we talked about this yesterday, and we'll talk about this because this has an effect on the crypto market. I think as long as S&P 500 pumps, that's good for BTC. If this does take a significant dip, though, that's typically a bad sign for Bitcoin, right? I mean, we've seen it in the past. That's, you know, when this kind of drops, I mean, it's usually a bad time for crypto in general. If you just look at the past, right? Now this is getting parabolic. This looks like a damn crypto chart. You guys know my joke, right? Where is it? Hold up.
You should be investing in stocks, not crypto.
But yeah, you should be right now. You should probably be invested in stocks, not crypto. No real, but this is going off. As long as this continues to go off, it's good. But this looks like it's getting a little bit overheated. I do have to say, right? I mean, if you look at the RSI on the daily, I mean, you're getting overheated. This thing is pumping like a damn freaking crypto. So we'll see. So stock market going up is good. Fiat going up is bad. Yes. So when the dollar loses value, that's a good thing long term, right? But it's a good thing for stocks and crypto long term. When this S&P 500 is going up, that means it's strength in the market. So totally right on that, man. You got it. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Dragon. Man. Is that a W on the DXY? People taking stocks from DXY into stocks. Hopefully. People putting the dollar into stocks. Yeah. Is this a W on the DXY? I wouldn't. You can make that argument. You can make an argument. To me, it looks like the more possibility of an M, to be honest. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see what happens next. Making me thirsty. Anyways, I'm the most normal person I know. I think I'm pretty normal too. I don't have a Gonzo. I don't have a catchphrase. You guys have any good ideas for a catchphrase? George says I need a catchphrase. You know what? George says I need a catchphrase. I need a damn catchphrase. Right? I love how everyone was playing into the me and George having beef thing. That was pretty funny for a couple of days. You guys were playing into that so well. Man. I do want to know. I do remember when I said a couple of weeks ago how I wanted to start a crypto drama channel where I just talk about all the drama going on in crypto. I do think that would do very well. I'm just not the type of person to do that, man. You would get so many trolls in that type of channel. It would be absolutely insane. Imagine all the trolls in the chat. You'd be banning people left and right. That's funny. That's funny. Like I said, if anyone wants to start that channel, though, shout out to you. I'm giving you a nice idea, right? If you can take the hate, go for it. Start that channel, man. I couldn't do that. Like, I don't know how Keemstar. You guys know Keemstar? I don't know how he does that, dude. He just talks about drama. He just gets. I mean, people like Keemstar, but when he first started doing it in gaming, he was just getting hammered. It was insane. Crypto hydration. Do. Big Bird. All right. Anyways, let's go. I completely forget I have this new rundown thing on the right, so I kind of just doing my own thing. But anyways, the news. There's not much news came out today, so I just have two things I really wanted to talk about today. I mean, it's nothing crazy, nothing crazy at all. So let's go on to the news. Bam. There we go. All right. Grayscale. People have talked about this, but Grayscale adds Cardano to its cryptocurrency investment fund. Pretty bullish thing for you Cardanoers out there, right? Grayscale wasn't having Cardano, but they will be making 4.26% of their fund, right? So not going to spend too much time on this, but it is pretty bullish for you Cardanoers out there, right? Just a few things they talked about here. Bitcoin's obviously 67%, Ethereum's 25%, Cardano's 4%. So not a huge chunk, but it's more than Chainlink, which I guess makes up 0.86% right here. So pretty bullish thing for you Cardanoers out there. I know a lot of people were asking for this. So there you go. Cardano added to the Grayscale fund. The other thing I want to talk about today, and like I said, not a lot of news out today. It was a very slow news day today.
Monthly chart on total cap and BTC looks like 2017.
I listened to George for news, bruh. Well, you know what? I'm coming with the news hot. Now, I don't spend too much time in the news. I just like to give my opinions on a couple of different things. So this article, I don't know if I buy this 100%, but basically they're saying investors are cashing out of Grayscale might actually pump the market. I don't know if I agree with this. Their reasoning basically is the people that have to the coins they're unlocking and their coins that were borrowed or they loaned, they're going to have to buy BTC on spot market to repay their loan, something along those lines. I don't know if I buy this. It seems like it's kind of a little bit hopium, right? A lot of kind of a hopium. I know a lot of people were saying that the unlocking of this was gonna cause a Bitcoin dump. We haven't really seen it yet. I mean, it's been 2 days here in July. We haven't really seen it yet. But, we'll see if this has any bullish effect on the market. So just one thing I did want to comment on. It seems kind of little not fishy, but seems kind of hopium to me. And you guys know I love hopium, right? I love hopium, but maybe it does cause a pump in the market. I don't know, right? Maybe that causes these people that were in Grayscale instead of actual BTC. Maybe they just buy spot BTC now, and it pumps up BTC price. So we'll see. But like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time in the news because that's really all there was today, right? There really wasn't much news today. So that's really it on that. We're gonna jump into some of the super chats though, because I'm wicked far behind on those today. Man. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, we're at. All right. We're all the way back here at Michael Amato. Said, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the club, Air Jordan. Man, that's awesome. Tweety with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Tweety. We had Shafe now, inverse head and shoulders on 1 hour. Yes, that's when we've been talking about Shafe. We are slowly waiting patiently to see if this breaks, but it looks like we got rejected at the moment. It doesn't mean we have to necessarily get rejected right now. We could take a couple candles here to break it. But we'll continue to watch this slowly but surely, man. Where's all this German money? Nothing to see here. Hey, Jordan, I hope you are having a great day. Can you look at AMP? Yes, Blue Collar Jose. We can look at AMP for you, my guy. Why not, dude? AMP. AMP on the dollar. Let's see. Now it looks like we're about to retest the bottom of this wedge, right? One touch, multiple touches here. Looks like you're about to go sideways and retest. I think the last time we talked about this, we talked about how it was probably likely that you were going to go sideways here and test this. So you're going to get squeezed here between your 20-day moving average and this support. You're going to have to move to the upside or downside here. So it's going to be a very, very interesting time for AMP. Obviously, AMP's been a pretty good, really performer comparative to some other altcoins, right? It's still at the same level it was really in May, approximately, right? So we'll see what happens here. Like I said, you're going to get squeezed between these two levels. If you move to the upside, probably look for a move up to about 7.8 cents. I'm not seeing any bullish divergence at all. So you're kind of just going in blind here on the daily. 4 hour. I mean, it looks like you maybe have some downwards resistance on the 4 hour time frame here on Mr. AMP, right? You get rid of this. Go back to the 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, you have some type of resistance. Not perfect, but something along the lines of this, right? So you're waiting for that breakout patiently. It kind of correlates with that moving average. So going to get squeezed between the support and resistance. It is technically a descending triangle if you want to talk about that, but we shall see. We shall see. For Mr. AMP. My short looking good, baby. There you go. There you go. Just keep in mind, it could just be a back test of this previous high right here. Right? So if we do bounce right here, I wouldn't be surprised. But if we do fall, I think going back into this green box is a good good bet there. Where were we? What's your thoughts on weekly stock RSI? I think we looked at that, didn't we? Did we look at that today? I guess not. I didn't have it up here. Wow. That's very unlike me. I usually have that up. This weekly stock RSI. That's a good question, man. Let's take a look. Let me get rid of this and bring up the stock RSI here for you. I think the stock RSI, if I remember correctly, has been pretty much just been on the downside for a while, kind of waiting for us to move up, right? Yeah, you can see it's been chilling down here for so long. Another reason why I think that necessarily a bounce is coming pretty soon, right? The stock RSI has just been chilling. It doesn't like to chill for too long. You look at the history of BTC, I mean, it usually just comes down here, stays for a little bit, and moves back up to the upside. So you're chilling. You're chilling. Doesn't have to mean anything, but the weekly is when I like to really use the stock RSI. It gives you a pretty good indicator on tops and bottoms. So based on this, you should be at a relative bottom. But like we saw in 2018, right? You can bottom out on this a couple of times. Doesn't necessarily have to mean the bottom's in. So keep that in mind too, as we kind of move along here. It's not a perfect indicator. It's a good, it's not a perfect bottom indicator. It's a more of a perfect local bottom indicator, I would probably say. Blue Collar Jose. Oh no, we already did that one. Fatty Beauty Guru. What a name. What a name. Cal J said, hey, Jordan, mind checking out XRP. Just got in huge 50x leverage trade at 63 cents and blowing up. Going to sell half 0.8. What do you think? 50x leverage trade, Cal J. Just be careful, my man. Don't be anything over 10x. Is a little bit ridiculous to me. But if you're smart about it, if it's money you can afford to lose, go ahead. But obviously, it's your money, so I'm not gonna comment on that, man. So you're looking to take profits at 0.8 cents. You bought at 63 cents. So you bought this dip right here. Keep in mind, what I will say about this current level is you can see how important this 4-hour EMA is. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You get back above it. Resistance again, support. And then you dump back below it. Now it's been your resistance again. So you're currently right at that resistance again, right? So I don't know what your stop loss is. I don't know what your liquidation price is. But if you do get rejected right here, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Bitcoin gets rejected off this red box. You know, I could see XRP moving back down here. So do keep that in mind. I like moving averages. So clearly I like moving averages. But that's just one thing to look at. Keep that in mind, man. As always. That you could get a pullback there. I'm just curious if you maybe... No, you didn't really hit anything there. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that, man. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a pullback there. Jordan, we need good movie recommendations for after stream viewing. Good movie recommendations? Man. See, I don't really watch movies anymore. I don't really watch movies. I watch like YouTube and I watch sports. And that's really it. Like, I don't really watch movies anymore. I think, like, the whole thing that happened last year, I used to go to the movies a lot. The whole thing that happened last year kind of threw that off. It really changed a lot of things. Movies. Let me think. I'll let you know some movies in a second. I got to think about that, though. Like, about the last movies that I watched. No, it's a really good movie that you guys might have, like, overlooked because you might think it's like a chick flick just based off the name and the cover and stuff. Gone Girl, right? In my opinion, one of the best mystery movies I've ever seen. The plot of that movie was so good. Like, you never really knew what the ending was going to be. So if you like movies that, like, the ending is super suspenseful and it's like a super mystery until the end. Gone Girl was a really good movie. Obviously, it's kind of an old movie. It's not really an old movie. It's probably came out 6-7 years ago, something like that. Really good movie in my opinion. I like mystery movies. That's just the first one that kind of came to my head, so keep that in mind. Cal J said, if everyone wants it to go to 25K mark, it will never get there. Gone Girl is a good movie, though. Gone Girl is a really good movie. It will go... Wait, if everyone wants it to go to 25K mark, it will never get there. It will go to 50K, and everyone who is waiting will then buy. Happens all the time. Yeah, I definitely believe that, Cal J. Definitely believe that, man. Like, Bitcoin always does with the herd. Bitcoin always does the opposite of what the herd thinks. The herd right now is pretty bearish, right? Even myself, I'm decently bearish here in the short term, as you guys know. So the herd is usually wrong, right? So what am I doing? Well, I'm kind of doing the opposite of what my mind's telling me to do. My mind is telling me, and this is kind of the thing I tell you guys, like, your human mind kind of tricks you into trying to doing stuff and you probably shouldn't do. So your mind maybe start telling you, maybe I should take some profits. But I have to tell myself, I don't really care about the short-term swings. So what if it does go down to 20K? I don't care. I'll just hodl my stack and I'll just buy more down there. So I got to constantly be telling myself that, even myself, right? I mean, why do you think I watch this George stream sometimes? I like getting some hopium. Brand says, hey, JC, love your work, man. BTC. Are we breaking out of a diamond pattern for a reversal? Fits with your wick off higher low formation. Easier on the 5-minute. The 5-minute? Wow, we're getting super zoomed in here. The diamond pattern reversal. Are you talking about this right here, ma'am? Talking about, something like this. I know people love these diamond. Isn't this usually bearish though? Are you talking about something like this? I know people like these diamond patterns. I'm not a big fan of diamond patterns personally. I don't know if this is what you're talking about. We're talking about some bigger one, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here at the end of the day, right? We obviously, it all comes down. It's the same thing as the inverse head and shoulders. It all comes down to breaking this neckline. You got to break, really got to break 33.8, right? Or 33.850, right? That's really the level you got to watch, right? So we'll see what happens, dude. We'll see what happens. Don't breathe. You guys seen Gone Girl though? Gone Girl's a pretty good movie. If you guys haven't, I don't see anyone commenting on it. No one really commented on it, man. Some people did. Some people did. That's a really good movie though. Mr. Red said we had a blow top off on Total 2. Yeah, we already commented on that, Mr. Red. We looked at that. Hello, what's your thoughts on BCD, the Bitcoin dominance? We actually looked at that too, so that's perfect. We looked at the Bitcoin dominance already. Thanks for the super chat though, guys. KM said, doing a great job with your stream. I watch all the time and dollar cost average, give it the word. Thank you again, KM. I appreciate for watching and tuning in all the time. I know there's a lot of people that don't necessarily, I want to shout out the people. I always shout out the people that are in the chat, but I know there's a lot of people that watch the stream every day and don't chat in my messages. I get DMs and stuff like that from people saying, hey, I watch your stream all the time. I just don't message in the chat. I want to thank you to you guys too. Obviously I don't see you guys directly in the chat, but shout out to the lurkers too. The lurkers are good, right? I'm a lurker on some other stuff. Best crypto stream, worst Latin skills. Talking about my dancing, my Latin dancing. Jazz, have a good night. Good luck on your date. Hope your date goes well. Hope your date goes well. Shafe, bullish engulfing on the 1 minute, 23 minutes ago. On the 1 minute? Oh man, you love that stuff, dude. You love that stuff. I mean, you probably were talking right here. But yeah, that's funny, man. The 1 minute shot. Lurkers, what up? Come on, speak some Spanish for us. I don't know, Sarita. I don't know Spanish. Based off your name, it sounds like you do know some Spanish. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe that's just me. All I know is actually I'll probably say something that's probably won't even Spanish. I actually took Spanish for like 4 years. You know what I mean? Cryptos. Sunnyside said Jordan's crypto adventure, astronaut, devil hour, Jordan's moon rocket, or charts with J-Man. I do. It's the catchphrase, man. Maybe it is the catchphrase. I don't think it's the catchphrase. I think it's just the time right now, right? Are you having a 4th of July grill off against Burger King this weekend? I know they're right across the street from your McDonald's. Yeah, we locked eyes again today too. I think it's going to come to the point where, you know, we're just going to really start going off at each other, because every time I look across the street, this guy's grilling me. I don't even want any beef. I look across the street over to Burger King, and all I see is the guy going, and he just wants to have a grill off. So you know what? I look at him in the eye and I go, and then he goes, and we just start going off at each other. I can't really see who it is. Now it could be George, right? It could be George across the street. Who knows, right? That would be kind of funny if it was George. Me and George having a grill off. That'd be kind of funny. KM said, I am a male day trader, buy and sell stocks, day trading coin in Riot, investing in, Riot. I said Riot. What's wrong with me? Jazz has a date with a local burger flipper. Yeah, she's into burger flippers. She's totally into burger flippers. Isn't it clear? How about flipping crypto, man? Yeah, crypto's been boring right now. I mean, you're a day trader. You've probably been loving this chop, man. But the chop's good for you day traders. But for us investors and maybe long-term swing traders, it hasn't been the greatest at the moment. Hasn't been the greatest at the moment. But thanks, Kay. I appreciate it. Shave said, please don't look at the 1 minute. That was a joke. Don't look at the... All right, we won't look at the 1 minute. You don't look at the 1 minute. Imagine me and George just looking at each other and going... In the back of our minds, we're just thinking about our stream later, but we're really just having a grill off. We're like... What am I going to talk about in my stream later? We're just both going ham. I think that's why my shoulder hurts, dude. I really think. Doggy Sauce says, thoughts on maple syrup and coffee and Robin Sparkles. Thoughts on maple syrup and coffee. Wait, what? Hold on. Doggy Sauce. What do you're always saying the weirdest crap, man. Thoughts? I don't even know what that means, man. Are you saying you put maple syrup in your coffee? That actually sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I love syrup. So imagine putting syrup in your coffee. That sounds pretty friggin' legit. Doesn't it? I think it does, but 100% prof on long. PS from Microsoft. Samantha, I want to... Donkey, man. Donkey. Whoa, Sarita. You can teach me some Spanish. Let me know. I can teach you some Boston accent, right? Because I got the Bitcoin shorts. I got the Bitcoin shorts. The shorts. Get your shorts here. Get some shorts. Get your Bitcoin shorts. All right, where were we here? Let me get back on track. I'm getting a little out of here. Getting a little, what do you think about Link and where are you from? I'm from the M of A, man. The Massachusetts. The Massachusetts. Shout out to all my Bostoners up here. I put maple syrup in my coffee. It's better than sugar. It sounds pretty good. It does sound pretty good, to be honest, but who knows? All right. Chainlink. Let's look at Chainlink, guys. Someone asked about Chainlink. I love me some Chainlink. You guys know I love Chainlink. Come on. You guys know I love Chainlink. How can we not love Chainlink? What's up, Car Stan? This dude lived like it's his job. Respect. Thank you, Car Stan. Appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the respect, man. Respect is awesome. Anyways, it looks like Chainlink. We were talking about this rising wedge on Chainlink, right? Rising wedge on Chainlink. Support. We broke down below. We came back up. It looks like we got rejected. Not necessarily from the downwards resistance, but actually, you could probably even draw this like this. Now that I think about it, hold on 1 second here, okay? You could probably draw this like this. It looks almost exactly similar to BTC, actually. Now, if this was the sort of bear flag we're looking at, right? We know this is a bear flag formation where you're coming from the downside, you start consolidating up, you do have a tendency, right, to break these to the downside. So I would, a target of 1474 would make the most sense for me if you do break to the downside, but we'll see. You got to get back over this 4-hour EMA. It seems like you're getting some resistance there. If you can break back above that, I think you're going to be looking pretty good. Looks like you might have some downwards resistance coming down like this too. So we'll see what happens here for Chainlink. You kind of have like a big rising channel, and then inside of it, what's interesting is you kind of have a big, a channel almost in the inside, right? So you almost have a bull flag inside of a bear flag, right? And if you look at this, it's I guess I think it's funny because I'm kind of a nerd, right? But I mean, you look at this breakout target, it's gonna put you pretty much right at the top of the channel, right? So we'll see. We'll see if this ends up playing out. But I mean, Chainlink looks fine. It's gonna do what Bitcoin's gonna do, though, as we know. Watch Bitcoin. It's gonna tell you whether Chainlink is gonna break to the downside here, or break this resistance to the upside at the end of the day. Choke artists. Trading the zone, man. If you trade in the zone on Chainlink, I mean, you're doing pretty good. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So, ETH inverse head and shoulders. Yeah. We'll see, man. ADA is flying right now. ADA is flying. It was flying. It was flying. It was probably before you made that comment, but yeah, I mean, it looks like you got rejected on that level as well for ADA. I mean, we talked about it in the beginning of the stream. I mean, resistance, resistance, resistance. You got resistance again. So this sort of ascending triangle, the ascending triangle looks a little bit better on the daily, but I wanted to show you how you're kind of getting resistance right now on the 4-hour time frame. You can see the red candle there, but in the daily, I mean, it looks pretty clean. So we'll see if this ends up playing out. You technically could go sideways here for 1, 2, maybe 3 more candles. So we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Algo? What's your favorite? I need a good movie. Actually, I kind of feel like watching a movie tonight. I don't know if there's any games. Is the Suns and actually no, the game's gonna be on tonight. Maybe I'll watch it after. Guys, can you guys give me a good mystery movie to watch? Like I'm talking about a movie where you're kind of watching it and it's more of like a movie where it's you don't really know what the ending's going to be. I like you get to the ending and it's something you don't expect at all. If you guys have any type of movie that's like that, let me know. Similar to Gone Girl. If you guys watch Gone Girl, those are like my favorite type of movies, is those mystery movies. Give me some suggestions on movies. I do want to start watching some movies again. I've just been so caught up in sports and stuff. It's just I haven't any time to watch movies. No games tonight? Seven, Knives Out. I saw Knives Out. Knives Out was pretty good. Shawshank Escape. Mr. Nobody. Current. Shutter Island was pretty good too. Shutter Island was pretty damn good. I've seen a lot of these, but Shutter Island was good. Get Out was good. I thought Get Out was a little bit. I thought Get Out was a little bit overrated. I know that's a controversial opinion. I mean, people love that freaking movie. I thought that movie was a little bit overrated personally, but we'll see. I don't know, man. Shawshank Redemption, very humbling movie. Maybe I'll watch that. A lot of people are saying Shawshank Redemption. Anyways, please check out XRP. Just had an amazing long wick on the daily to the moon. Bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it. Those things are so stupid, dude. You guys know my thoughts on social media. It's getting worse and worse. Now you're getting chicks on there just going, bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it. And then you're getting small waist, pretty face with a big bank. That's all you're getting now, man. Maybe I should start doing TikToks. Small waist, pretty face with a big bank. It's crazy. It's getting worse and worse. We just looked at XRP though. I think we did. Hold on. I'll check it out again just for my man Cal J here. Just for my man Cal J. Lots is need a meme of you doing that. Bust it. Bust it. Oh, what's the other one? It's the freaking what's the other one? The bunny one where they're freaking laying down and they're going put their feet up in the air, so it's like their little freaking ears, and then they put their friggin' butt up in the air. Dude, it's getting so bad. It's getting so bad. Bust it. Bust it. That song kind of jams though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but I mean we just looked at XRP. We looked at XRP. I think we did. But yeah, I mean old support turning into new resistance. So that's really it. Yeah, the Bugs Bunny song, man. Bugs Bunny. No 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 no. Bugs Bunny. And then dude. It's too funny. Too funny. What else we got here? Cheers to the Super Doge Army. Shout out to the Super Doge Army. Thanks, Gary Kelly. Right? We talk crap about Shiba, but we talk about alt meme coins, but at the end of the day, we're all friends. We're all friends. But we can be rivals, but we can be friends, right? I have friends that are Lakers fans, Jets fans, Miami Heat fans, Sixers fans. We're still friends though. But I freaking hate them on game day. I hate them on game day. Cal J said you say more than a more than a dentist patient. Dude. It's too funny, man. Too funny. I love today's rant about the TikToks now. So bad. So bad. Yeah, I stand up during the stream, man. I stand up during the stream. Standing up's better than standing up is way better for you than sitting at a desk for 3 hours. Sitting at a desk for 3 hours, it's especially you start getting that forward posture. Not good for you, man. Not good for you. One more time. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. What was the old one? The old one was good too. People taking profits from DXY to stocks. Exactly. Crypto hydration. Exactly. Sunnyside. Chavez said monthly chart on total cap in BTC looks like 2017. Yeah, we looked at that earlier, man. Where is it here? The total cap on the monthly. Yeah, it does look like 2017. Does look like 2017. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? That is the beauty of crypto. You don't know what's going to happen. The whales paint the charts. We react to the charts. Dang right, it's bullish for ADA. Wait, you need to screen record this? Maybe I'll do it again in a second. I bet after the stream you sit down. I do sit down after the stream. I do lay down after the stream. Listen to the stream in a long car ride. Thanks, JB. Thanks, JB. Dang right, it's bullish for ADA, so suck it. Sai said, OMI USDT trading view, please. OMI. Oh my. Omi say go. Omi say go. I love me some Ami say go. Ami say go. Ami say go. Hope I'm not saying any bad words in some other language. Anyways, if you look at this here, dude, we're seeing this from a lot of alts, and for Bitcoin alike, we're seeing these rising channels. So you got another rising channel for Amise Go, right? We saw Bitcoin, Chainlink. We're just kind of going up, down, down, and it looks like you're coming back down. Retest maybe that 4-hour EMA, confirm it as support, and continue back up to the upside. You got room to run to the upside. Plenty of room to run to the upside, actually. No bullish divergence, no bearish divergence. So at the moment, you're kind of just chilling. stand with a great book. You look bored, dude. Do I? Well, I'm not. You know why? Because I got the Bugs Bunny. No, 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 no. Bugs Bunny. Someone's going to scream cap that. Bugs Bunny. So, dude, I can't. I even see it on Snapchat nowadays. Like some girls you would never expect to be on there doing that. I pull it up and I just see Bugs Bunny. And it's like, I don't want to see that on you. I don't want to see that on you. Please. Please. David Ross said, EGLD, please. EGLD. Let's see. EGLD looks good. I mean, we talked about this a couple days ago, I think. I mean, you broke this downwards resistance. Awesome. Yeah, you haven't quite came back down and retested it. I would like to see you come back down and retest it. You don't have to necessarily. You don't have to. But you know, that is something to keep in mind that you usually do come back down and test that level. If you want to look at it from this sense, you might be having some sort of falling wedge, which is typically a bullish pattern, right? So would give you a target of the top of the wedge, backwards of 89 bucks for your GLD, but looking good. But I wouldn't be surprised if this actually breaks down. You come back down and retest this, and then can try to continue up. That would probably be the best structure as far as, you know, a resistance and support flip. But that's really the 4 hour. The daily looks fine too. I don't see any. Actually, you do have some bearish divergence on the daily, so keep that in mind. You know, you have higher highs on the daily, and you have lower highs on the price action, right? RSI, price action, divergence. So that could definitely push you down a little bit further. But you've already kind of went down a little bit. So who knows? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Do.
XTZ. Thinking about staking it, but not sure if it's worth holding.
Sam said, oh God, he lost it. I think crypto is 2025. Buy the ones that have utility. That's all I'm going to say. Good point, Dragonfly. I always agree with buying coins that have the best utility and holding long term. That's my strategy. So that's what I always recommend people doing too. Though I am not a financial advisor, I am a prophet. I do have a crystal ball, right? I am a prophet. Oh, man. It's too funny. Oh, there's a McDonald's hat. Didn't mean to put that on. But there you go. You guys can see it again. McDonald's hat. XTZ, please. Thinking about staking it, but not sure if it's worth holding. I like Tezos. I like Tezos. I can like it a lot, man. I used to hold Tezos. I took profits on it a while ago. You guys can look at my channel. I mean, I was hyping up Tezos a lot last year, and it worked out pretty well. So, temporarily, I think I actually took some profits at a good time on this one. It doesn't always work out that way. I have tons of coins that I lost on, but Tezos, I mean, I was hyping it up over on this area, and I think I took profits close to this top, because I think I was looking at the divergence here on the daily, and I took profits. But anyways, I like Tezos as a project. Basically, what I was trying to say with that was, I like the project. It hasn't been performing as well since then. I mean, I had a pretty good run from like $2 to about $8, but compared to the other altcoins, hasn't been performing as well. Now the daily looks like you're getting some resistance on the 20-day exponential moving average right now. So we'll see if that breaks out of that. But I'm not really seeing any like big resistance lines, at least on the daily. The 4 hour. Not necessarily in the 4 hour either. You're kind of, if you look at this, you're kind of just going sideways in a sense. I mean, you might even actually have just like a head and shoulders pattern forming on top of your 4-hour EMA, which usually isn't a great sign. Usually means that you're probably going to break this to the downside, at least temporarily, right? But obviously, what I'll say with a lot of these altcoins is if you're looking to invest in certain altcoins, do it, right? Because the thing is, like, an altcoin could look great on the charts, right? But if Bitcoin falls, it's going to fall too. If Bitcoin goes up, it's going to go up. So if you believe in an altcoin, I always say just buy it, right? Obviously, make sure you're probably doing it on a downward stay instead of an upward stay, just to maximize probably your gains there. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's consolidating above previous support. So we'll see if that breaks the downside. If that does, probably look for a move, probably down to retest this area, probably around 257 or so, give or take a few cents there, as always. Talking Telos. Yes, we're talking Telos. We're talking Telos. Man. So annoying when the crypto YouTubers put out disclaimer that they are not a financial advisor. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the damn rules. I think it's annoying when I go to a car dealership and I just want to look at cars and I got car salesmen asking me every 2 seconds, you need anything? You need anything? You need anything? Or you go to friggin' Men's Warehouse and you just want to look at some suits and some ties and stuff. And it's like, can I help you with anything? Do you want to go help with anything? It's you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I don't make the rules here. Michael said, all YouTubers are fakes. Ay. All YouTubers are fakes. Ay. All YouTubers are fakes. Ay. All YouTubers are fakes. All right. So, shall we? All right. We're only on Super Chat. Let's go into the gainers losers, guys. Let's go into our next section here. Gainers losers. All right, so we switch on over to the crypto coin market cap. I don't know why I said it like that, but just ignore me right now. Just ignore me right now. As Good as It Gets was pretty dang good. Is that a good movie? Is that a good movie? Do. We are Chris. All right. Let's see what's going on here. XFin said up 36%. Up 36%. This thing continues to fly. Guys, I haven't really looked into this. Why is this thing pumping like a freaking... This thing's pumping like a hot air balloon on a cold day. I don't know if that actually... I don't know if it pumps better on a cold day or a hot day. I'm totally making this up. But 36% today. Quant up 11% today. Nexo up 10%. The Graph up about 10%. Not doing too bad on the Graph. Compound 8. Cosmos 4. Everything else is pretty much flat today. Biggest losers. We got Thorchain. Hedera Hashgraph. ICP continuing to... The retail investors or the paper hands, right? The people that don't have the old diamond cojones are saying
Nope.
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 ICP. So ICP continues down. Telcoin down about 5%. Where's our Shiba? Where's our Shiba? Our Shib. Let me refresh this. Let me see where Shiba is. 20. Oh, man. All YouTubers are fake. All YouTubers are fake. That's actually a pretty good June. I like it. But anyways, Shiba's pretty much flat today. Up to number 28. Guys, we were so close to pushing this out of top 50. We were at number 42, and now we're sitting at number 28. What is the deal with that, man? Now, like I said, no offense to all you Shibas out there. We're all friends. We're just rivals. We're just rivals, right? You're the Lakers fan to my Celtics fan. All right? But, yeah, Shiba's right there. Doge is pretty much flat. So, not much really changed on that, honestly. Ninja Bear.
Apparently, XDC is already running finances for Apple, Amazon, Google, and other big banks or something like that. So rip as time.
Hey, what? Apparently XDC is already running finances for Apple, Amazon, Google, and other big banks or something like that. So rip ETH. Time for a new life. ETH is going nowhere. ETH is going nowhere. You know how many times I've heard this stuff? Every time I hear ETH is dead, ETH is dead, ETH is dead, that's when it pumps the most. We heard it earlier this year with Cardano. Yeah, obviously Cardano pumped more. But you know how many times I heard ETH is dead? ETH was like $900. Everyone said it was dead, and then it pumped up to like $4,500 in like a month, right? So I've heard that a bunch of different times. But I mean, XDC could be a good project too. There's room for everything, right? That's why crypto is awesome. There's room for all these projects, in my opinion. It's not just one or the other. So, yeah, obviously our XDC crushing it right now up 100% in the last month, while the rest of the crypto market has been kind of crap in the bed. But yeah, man, XDC doing well. Do. Kai Kripp said Celtics suck. What's your team? What's your team? You want to call it the Celtics? What's your NBA team, man? Let me know. I guarantee you we have more championships than you do. And even if you don't want to count the 10 championships that Bill Russell won, even if you don't want to count those championships because they were early, I guarantee you the Celtics still have more championships than the team you have. Unless you're a Lakers fan. I'll give you that if you're a Lakers fan. But other than that, we got you beat, dude. We got you beat. And if you want to bring up any other sport, Patriots, we got you beat. Red Sox, most likely we got you beat, depending on which team you are. And Bruins, most likely we got you beat, depending on which team you're for. So, bust it. Let's see. All right. So that is that. Hot coins. I mean, we look at XD. There's not a lot of hot coins, guys. I mean, we can switch to the next thing here. But hot coins, it was pretty much XDC for the most part, right? It was pretty much XDC, up 36%. Let me look at the chart today. XDC. Let's see what's going on here. Do. Bust it. Let's see. Oh, look at XTC, man. XTC is testing its all-time highs right now. Crazy. Well, not on the Wix, but it's getting up there right now. Go to the daily on this thing. Look at that. Look at that pumpage. That is a pumpage if I've ever seen one. Daily's getting a little overbought in this thing, so I probably expect this thing to probably dump a little bit. You're at a pretty big resistance right now. You wicked here, right? You're closed up there. If you break that level, look for a move up to these two wicks here. But, man, XDC, killing it. Killing it. You're overbought, though. You're overbought. So what I could see as a possible scenario for this, if Bitcoin does dump a little bit lower, maybe we see XDC, come up here a little bit more, get rejected, come back down, and then maybe form some type of like big head and shoulders pattern that could crush it up to the upside. I could see something like that happening. You cool off the daily, and then you kind of go, you kind of go from there. That would be pretty intense. That would be pretty friggin' intense for XDC. But, man, this thing going absolutely nuts. Congrats, whoever got into XDC. 12.4 cents, 13.7 cents, your next targets there. Time to short it. FOMO into it. Like I always say, guys.
I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom, guys.
Time to buy XDC was down here. The time to, I mean, you could still buy it now if you're looking long term, but short term, probably not the best time to FOMO into now. Probably not the best time. Coming up on some pretty big resistance levels. Actually, it probably wouldn't be, I mean, I don't know if I would short a coin like this because this thing could just go up, right? I wouldn't short this, especially look how bullish it's been, but man, crazy. Two pro, two live. Any thoughts on Link for long term? Yeah, we looked at Link a little earlier, man. And Link looks fine. It's just it's the same thing as Bitcoin. So I mean, you can look at the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. It's literally the same thing, right? It's in an upwards channel that we're just waiting for a breakout from, right? So that's really all we're waiting on for Chainlink too. It's literally the exact same price action. So, you know, if we in theory we should probably come up here and retest this red box, you know, but you know, if we break down from here, we're kind of breaking down from a bear flag, right? So we're seeing this from a lot of altcoins. If we break down, I can see another retest of some of our lows, but we'll wait and see, right? Like I said, the short-term charts look slightly bearish. This inverse head and shoulders doesn't look like it's playing out, unfortunately, right? At least at this moment. Looks like we rejected it. Came up, rejected it. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Ninja Bearfish. Yeah, I definitely believe you, man. I definitely think XDC looks pretty good, man. I mean, it's killing it right now. So I can't even lie, it's killing it. So I don't think ETH is going anywhere, but I think XDC looks pretty good. JGB. That's kind of brutal, man. It's kind of brutal. Your sound setting needs some tweaking, bro. I think this is your problem with the other ones not heard from us, while some you already got are too loud. The other ones not heard from us, some sound settings. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. What's up? What's up? What's up, Sebastian, man? We're chilling today. We're chilling today. It's another slow day for Bitcoin. I think, you know, it seems kind of be the case for every stream, at least for the entirety of my streaming, I guess you call it career. My streaming career is Bitcoin goes sideways when I stream. So another typical day. Another typical day in paradise here on Jordan's stream today. Your mic is too low. Is my mic too low, guys? See, I've heard different things. I think my mic is too loud, too low. Is my mic too low, guys? Give me a yes or a no if my mic's too low. I can turn it up here. I can turn it up if that's the case. What is next for BTC? I'm missing the daily close. Bitcoin starting the holiday early. Sounds fine here. No? I don't know. I don't know. Mic is fine. They're all way too loud. They're all way too loud. What's up, Guy, buddy? Hope you're doing good, man. The small channels are where it's at. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it has to do with really small channels or not. I think, you know, I think it comes down to interacting with people. Like, I like interacting with people. I think at a certain point, you know, certain channels get so big they don't really interact with people. You know, I can hire you as well. What do you hire me for? That's the question. That's the question we're all asking here. Mike Poll, a little low. Don't do it. It's a trap. All right, guys. I am. Bitcoin's doing nothing. I kind of went through everything I wanted to go through today already. So you know, I'm probably gonna call it a stream. You know, it's one of those things where like, what? I didn't hear you. What did you say? Your mic is fine. Thank you, Neil, man. Appreciate it. Go outside and do something. Mike Poll. I'm probably gonna call it a stream, guys, because you know, it's not really much going on right now. So, I probably will be. No, I'll be live in the morning. So look out for me from probably at 9:30 a.m. Right? I like the 9:30 a.m. start time. So look out for that tomorrow morning. Looking forward to it. And as always, guys, you know, make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, right? All down in the description down below. Go join the Discord if you want to talk some crypto or just talk some nonsense in there too. There's a lot of nonsense going on there, but also some crypto talk. So go check out all those. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys don't panic sell your crypto. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And most of all, the biggest thing you can take away from my channel, don't panic sell your crypto. All right? Don't panic sell your crypto. Have a good Friday night. Have some fun, right? Have some fun on this Friday night. I don't know if I'm doing anything yet. Probably not. Friday night I usually do something, but I don't know if I'm really feeling it tonight. I'm kind of tired. So I might just chill. Maybe work on the stream a little bit. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace, peace, peace. Make sure you guys have a good night, seriously. All right. Peace.